Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here then hello, hi and welcome. My name is Hope and it's great to have you here. So today we have an exciting video and it's going to be testing Shein's makeup brand, which is actually called Sheglam, which I've not tried before, so it's going to be like a complete first impression of the brand and the products. We've got everything here to test out. I also have a little brush set and a little beauty sponge to test, just to throw in the mix there. I thought it would be fun. I'm so excited to sit down and film this because this makeup arrived probably about a week or so ago. I've literally been itching to use it, and I've obviously been saving it for this first impressions YouTube video. So we're going to experience some things together, and I'm ready to put some makeup on my face, to be honest. But before we get into the video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you can see more from me. And without any further ado, to be honest, let's just get into the video. Let's put some makeup on this face. So I'm going to start with my eyes first. So the first two products I'll be using is the Sheglam 12 Hour Full Coverage Concealer. And I got mine in the shade Whipped Cream, which does look a little bit like, to be honest. And also I'm going to be using the beauty sponge. So I'm going to go wet this beauty sponge, take this out of the box, and I'll be right back. So I've just wet the sponge. It's not grown much, to be honest, but we won't judge it yet. And it's like one of those, I try and give you a close up so you can see the texture of it. It's like one of those fuzzy sponges, if that makes sense. If you know the sponges by Juno & Co that went viral, I think it was last year or the year before, then this is really similar to that type of sponge. So here's the concealer. It's got quite a nice standard component, I suppose you could say. And this is the doe foot applicator. It's just like a liquid lip applicator, I suppose, just like a flat doe foot. It's got a decent amount of product on both sides, to be honest. I don't think you have to dip in too much if you to choose a lot of concealer. And I'm just going to put some of that on my eyelids. Like I said, I know it's not an eyeshadow primer, but I use concealer on my lids anyway, so we're just going to do the same today. And then I'm going to use that sponge to blend it out. It's really firm. I will say it feels really, do you know what I mean? So that is the concealer applied on both eyes. I even got some a little bit underneath my eyes. So I'm gonna look crazy for a minute. This area is just gonna be so pale. But that's because it actually went quite far, the concealer, and I'm not sure about this sponge. I feel like it soaked up a lot of the product and it also didn't blend it that well. I mean, it is blended in, but it took me, a little while to blend it out. But anyway, on to the next product. Oh my god, this is the exciting part. I actually have two eyeshadow palettes. So these are the uni cartons for the eyeshadow palettes. This is Viva the Leopard, and then this one is just Sheglam Bold Beats palette, and I'll take out the boxes and show you what they're like inside. So this is the Viva the Leopard palette. That's what it looks like on the inside. So khaki, neutrals, that shimmer on the top row looks so interesting. Wow, it looks really nice, okay. And on the back it says, inspired by the wild neutrals associated with the Amur leopard. Is that how you say it, Amur? It's A-M-U-R, so Amur. One of the world's most endangered species, this palette does wonders for your glam and the globe. Enjoy a colourful spectrum of browns, greens and yellows that are 100% vegan and cruelty free. Okay, this is really nice. It's actually, the quality of the packaging is really nice. So it's cardboard packaging, but it's really, I don't know if you can tell, it's sturdy cardboard. There's no mirror, which is fine, means the packaging can just be recycled because it's cardboard. And like I said, the shades in here are actually really nice. I picked it because I do really like the khaki tones and the shimmer, especially this one. But the shimmer is really interesting to me. It just looked like a nice colour story, to be honest. And then this is the Sheglam Bold Beats palette, and this is what it looks like on the inside. A lot more colourful for sure. On the uni carton of the Bold Beats palette, it says this 12 square palette, this 12 square palette's got serious range. We're talking electric pop colours, light bright pinks and purples and even greens. And if that's not enough to make you press play, you'll seriously swoon over its super saturated pigments and smooth textures that blend like a boss. Okay, like a boss. Mix and match for a masterpiece of incredible combos. Okay. So, do you know what? I think I might film with this one. And I still will do a review on this one because I really want to try this colour story. But I think just to make it a bit more fun, I want to try and use it says they're greens, but they're more like a turquoisey, bluey tones to me. They're not like strong greens, they're like that crossover between a blue and a green. And there are one, two, three, yeah, that was a shimmer too, 4 shimmers, and then the rest are mattes. So I'm just going to do some swatches and I'll insert them in for you. I'm not really sure what to do because there's these 4 pastel shades here which I really want to try, but I'm not sure what look I want to do with them. Okay, we're just going to wing it, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to use these 4 pastel shades that are in this little quad area here, and then probably one of the shimmers. I almost forgot, I actually have brushes as well. It's a good job I saw them. So you basically have essentially 3 blending brushes, a packing brush, and like a pencil style brush. So I take them out of the packaging. I'm going to try and use as many as I can for this look. So here's the brushes out of the packaging, and they do feel really cheap and flimsy, to be honest. Like, they don't feel the best of quality, and I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell, but there's quite a few hairs that are sticking out of the brushes themselves already, and obviously they're not even been used yet. I don't think that's focusing, but there's like all these little hairs that are excess that's just like sticking out completely. But I'm pretty sure for these brushes it's actually $1.99 as a set, so I mean you can't expect the best quality, to be honest, but we'll see how they perform. First shade I'm going to be taking is the Lilac, the Stars in Her Eyes. I'm going to be using one of the brushes as well. I'm just going to put that first on the inner part of my eye and through the crease. They're quite powdery in the pan, but pastels tend to be. There's just no pigment, but I think it might be the brush, so hang on. Just reaching to one of my own brushes. Wow, there really is just no pigment. You can see like a little something, but honestly in person, it just looks like I put a light concealer on in that area, so change of plan, I think. So I'm just going to change my mind completely because that pastel shade wasn't working for me, and instead I'm going to go in with Jungle Boogie and put it on my outer corner and through my crease. This shade isn't actually like a full matte, it's got like a little bit of shimmer through it, but it looks like one of the shades that once you blend it out you can't tell, because it's not shimmery, it's just got sparkle in it, which I don't know why people do that. It's so annoying. But like I said, you shouldn't be able to tell. I mean, there's definitely pigment there. It's okay. I don't know if you can tell the patchiness though. I hope it's picking up on camera. It's not that noticeable in real life, it's just the light's obviously making it a bit more prominent, I guess, but I'm not so impressed with this palette, to be honest, so far. But next, anyway, I'm going to add some black on the outer corners just to deepen it a little bit. I feel like that black has definitely saved the patchiness that was going on, so that's good. The black isn't overly pigmented, I will say. I tapped my brush in a few times and it's still, you know, it's not the best, and it's more like a grey than a pure black, if I'm being totally honest. Now I'm just going to take this large fluffy brush that's from the brush set that I bought, and this pastel, let's hope this one's better anyway, this pastel Do What shade to blend out the green. What I will say is these shadows, I think they might just be pressed too hard because the lack of pigment is, and this pastel shade isn't even fallouty like in the pan, whereas most pastels tend to be, because they're a lighter shade, they're not pressed that hard. And I mean, this pastel shade, you can definitely see it, but you also kind of can't. Like, you can see it, but it's very wishy-washy. So I'm going to try my best to blend this out and see where we go from here. So this is where we are. I've tried so hard to blend this out, but it's just, the pastel is so light and so wishy-washy in pigment that it's really hard to blend out that deeper green, because there's no shades in between the two to blend it out. So, and that green, that darker green is really patchy, like right up through here. Anyway, on to something hopefully more fun. I'm going to put a shimmer on. So the only shimmer that will really go with this look is this one here, and it's called Iconic, and it's just like a white shimmer. It's like white with like greeny gold reflex, so hopefully it'll go nice. And I'm just applying it with my finger. It's what I tend to do with shimmers anyway, so. You ready? Hopefully it's good. Okay. In person, it's got a really nice reflex, like you can really see the greeny gold reflect to it. Just finished applying my foundation, and if you're curious, on my face I've got the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and the Florence by Mills Like a Light Skin Tint. I did also use the beauty sponge to blend out the skin tint, and I'm not entirely sure how I feel about it. It has blended it out really nice, I will say. Definitely better than I did the concealer. However, this Like a Light Skin Tint by Florence by Mills, I've used a few times now, and it never usually sits on my face, like on my dry areas the way it is now. I don't know if that's down to the sponge maybe, because my nose looks really dry, and not patchy, but also not like covered nicely, whereas it doesn't usually look like that. So I'm not sure how I feel about the sponge, to be honest. So again, it's the same concealer I used on my eyes, and it's the shade Whipped Cream. It's going to look so light underneath my eyes, but we're just going to have to roll with it. I will say, I do really like the doe foot, and remember this claims to be a full coverage concealer, so wow, that looks so light. I'm best not put any more on because it's going to look so pale otherwise. Okay, let's blend it out. Okay, there's definitely coverage. Okay, so that is the concealer blended out. And then when I first started to blend it, I thought it had pretty good coverage. And I mean, it definitely has coverage, but wow, it's really sitting in my fine lines underneath my eyes. Obviously, all products will sit in fine lines, but let's just blend it a little bit more. I'd say it's got good coverage. Would I say full coverage? I'd say more like medium to high medium. It has mixed well with the skin tint. It's alright. It's okay. It's okay. So the next product I have is the Sheglam Stereo Face 6-pan palette. And it says on the back of the packaging, just before I show you the inside, a perfectly contoured face is no longer a pipe dream thanks to our 6-colour palette. Okay, featuring highlighters, bronzers and blushes, super blendable formulas and easy to apply creams make glamming as easy as it gets. So this is what it looks like, just plain black packaging with the metallic Sheglam. Oh, plastic sheet. And then this is what it looks like on the inside. So it's a full cream palette. And this is actually a lot bigger than I was expecting. So compared to my face, like it's literally the same size as my face, which is good. So you get a lot of product. So it's got yellow cream, cool nude, peach pink, light tan, cinnamon and chocolate. I'm going to use a dense flattish top brush for the bronzer, and I'm going to go in with the light tan shade, which is the lightest bronzer shade, and see how it goes. So that's 4 delicate dabs in there, so we'll see how pigmented it is. Oh, okay, I can already see it, that's nice. Oh yeah, definitely buildable for sure. That's actually really nice. I already really like that. Because even though I'm dipping in quite a few times, I'm really not picking up that much. It's not like, it's creamy enough to blend out nicely, but it's not so creamy that you're just getting loads on your brush at once, which is nice that you can just kind of choose how much you want to go in with. Because this can give you a nice light natural bronze, or you can go full on like glam moment with it for sure. And I'm literally one cheek in. I'm literally one cheek in, and I honestly love it. Let's just do my forehead. When it comes to cream bronzers, I really appreciate a buildable formula. And that is definitely what this is. So I'm obviously very shiny right now, but that is my bronzer applied completely now to all parts of my face. And I know I look very shiny, it's because my face is unset and there's obviously bright lights in front of me, so please bear with the glowiness. I don't use powder much, to be honest, anyway, but because I'm using so many creams I probably will add a little bit of powder just to settle down the glowiness. But I'm getting sidetracked. I am so impressed with that cream bronzer and I really really like it. So now to test the blush shade. So I've got the blush on there. I'm just using the same brush because I really want to kind of have it all blend together. Oh wow, you can see that already. Wow, that's a really nice shade. So that's the blush all done, and again I'm really impressed. I wouldn't use the palette for any more than bronzer and blush, but this wasn't expensive at all, and I love it. Oh my god, I'm gonna leave my final thoughts to the end. I'm already jumping ahead of myself, but I'm just gonna quickly put some powder on just to settle down the glowiness we've got going on here, and then I'll be right back. So I'm back and I'm looking a little bit more put together. I finished off my lower lash line. I literally just ran that same dark green underneath there, blended it out, and that was it. I put my mascara on, which was hang on, the L'Oreal Mega Volume Miss Baby Roll Mascara. Love it. I put on powder, which was the Maybelline Matte Maker Powder. And I put on my highlight, which was the Sleek Summer Solstice highlight. So that's the base done, and just lips to go now. So for lips I actually do have two different products to put on. I've got a lip liner and a gloss that I'll just unpackage them and then we can have a look at them together. Okay, so these are the two lip products. So I've got a lip liner and a lip gloss. The lip liner is in the shade Natural, and I have to say I really like this all matte pink packaging, and then it's what do you call this, a roller. Oh my god, it's already stuck. Well, that was a good start. It's a rollable lip liner, so I didn't have to sharpen it, which is nice. And the packaging is really really nice, really sleek matte pink. And then I've got this lip gloss, which is called Spring On Glow Gloss in the shade Espresso Yourself. Oh wow, it's really crumbly. Okay, so that's the lip liner on. I have some thoughts. One, it's really crumbly, so it's like built up all around it already. Two, it's really loose in the component like the actual lip liner is, so when you actually wind it up, when you use it, it just like falls back down really easily, which isn't easy to make it apply. So I'm not so sure about that. The colour's okay, I quite like the colour. Obviously I picked it, so if I don't like it, it's my own fault, but so now time for the gloss, which is a really dark, like it's got loads of glitter in it. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell on camera if I turn it around, but it looks really like glittery, so we'll see. This is my lips before with just the lip liner on. Okay, so it's so hard to tell when it's coming out. Ooh. Okay, so this is the gloss on. Again, I have some thoughts. Should we just jump right into the final thoughts already, because Wow. So this lip gloss, oh, so it's not actually in the name. Oh my god, so no wonder why it feels so strange. This lip gloss is really tingly, and I was like, it doesn't say it's a plumping lip gloss like in the name, and online it didn't say it in the description either, but it literally says in the description here, and a big bonus, not only does it feel amazing, okay, with a cooling touch, it gives your lips a plumped up look. I didn't realise this was a plumping gloss. I hate plumping glosses just because of the way they feel on the lips, and they don't last long, so what's the point in using it? Because it's literally like gonna last like what, 10-15 minutes, and then the feeling, the look and the feeling is just gonna be worn off. But it's not sticky at all, I will say that. Look, not sticky at all. You can feel the glitter. However, the tables have turned when it comes to this face palette, because honestly I love it. Now I will probably use maybe 3 at a push 4 shades in this palette. However, I really like the quality. The packaging feels nice. Again, it's cardboard, but it's a sturdy cardboard. Lip liner, it's okay. I don't know if I've just got a 41 and the packaging isn't that great. I'll leave that one up to you. It's a nice product. It's just, I don't think the way it applies because of this packaging is that great. I didn't realise this was a plumping gloss, so I'm not a massive fan of it already. However, if you like plumping glosses, then you might be interested in this. They had loads of different shades. It's not sticky at all, and to be honest, it's not a really intense cooling sensation, so I can't complain. I really like the colour. I don't like the fact that you can feel the glitter though, so again, these two are kind of misses for me personally, to be honest. I don't really rate these at all, apart from the fact that this isn't sticky, so that's pretty good. So I used 4 of these brushes out of the set. They're $1.99, like I said. I'm pretty sure they're $1.99 anyway. They feel really cheap. They don't really pack on the colour that well. I really like this blending one, like the large one, and I really like this little pencil one for highlight, like underneath the brow bone. Apart from that, again, they're $1.99. It's up to you. If you don't want high quality brushes and you just want really simple brushes, then these might be good for you. I don't hate them. I will use them. I just don't think I'll be seeing myself reaching for them, but I'm not annoyed that I bought them. I mean, it's $1.99. I can't really be annoyed. Obviously, we had 2 eyeshadow palettes. I haven't used this one, but I really want to, and I have high hopes for this, to be honest. Now, this palette, I mean, the colour story is honestly pretty nice, to be honest. The 2 pastel shades that I tried, which are these 2, this one is definitely better than the lilac one. This lilac one has no pigment whatsoever. This is nice, but it's really wishy-washy, so it's all right. That's all I can say. The black isn't pure black, it's more like a grey, but it has pigment to it. It's just not ultra black. This isn't a full matte, it's like matte with shimmer running through it, which is fine. Once it's on the eye and blended out, you can't even tell. However, this is a really patchy shade. I love the shimmer that I used, really nice, looks great in person. You can really see the shift in person of green, gold, silver kind of look, and I really like it. So even though this palette isn't expensive, I feel like you can get better inexpensive ones as it is for the same price or cheaper that do a better job, to be honest. The sponge, I'm not so sure on. I'm pretty sure it's what made the concealer a bit patchy on my eyes. I don't like the way it made my base sit over my nose. So there's the tea on that. So this is the finished look. We've just spoken through the products. I mean, it's a bit of a mixed barrel, to be honest. I suppose it's kind of like a bit of a hit and miss. I would love to try the products, I would love to try the eyeshadow palette again, but with my own products underneath. Oh my god, the concealer, we didn't talk about the concealer. So the concealer, it's a little bit drying. It's not quite full coverage. I would say medium to a buildable medium high coverage. That's all I have to say on that. It's okay. It was really inexpensive. I think it's like £3. So if you are looking for a cheap concealer that does something that has medium coverage, then this might be the one for you, you know? I'm not mad at it, let's be real. So now that's all the products talked through. Again, a mixed barrel, to be honest. I'm really impressed with the face palette. That's probably my favourite thing that I've bought. I really want to try the more nude palette because that has some really interesting khaki shades in there, which I'm just dying to try. So what do we think? Have you tried Shein makeup? Sheglam? Have you tried Sheglam? I'm interested to know your thoughts. Oh, I'm interested to know your thoughts. So be sure to leave me a comment down below of what you think. It was fun testing this, you know, and maybe in the future I'll try some different products. Maybe then do some new releases. Maybe I'll try their foundation because I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see more about the brand, you know. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. That is the end of the video. I have done enough rambling and I've tried enough makeup for one day. Thank you so much for sticking around, and if you enjoyed this video, please remember to give it a huge thumbs up. Don't forget to click that subscribe button so you can see more future videos from me, and I hope you all have a great day. I'll see you all soon. Bye!